During my presentation, I will talk about my research and any final ideas I have came to, including contents, where my magazine will be distributed, and what inspired my decisions. I have decided to name my masthead Now Then, as this is a common phrase used in the Sheffield area, a saying my audience can relate to. It is used to greet others, therefore a welcoming phrase, connoting that my magazine is available to a young audience. It also connotes an up-to-date subject, informing my audience on current events or issues that are happening now, portraying that my magazine is modern and informative. The font choice I have used was from the font shown in the presentation. I chose this rather than the others, as it has connotations of a relaxed but modern effect, symbolising the general culture of Sheffield, being laid back, down-to-earth people, being individual as the letters are all different sizes. The drop shadow also creates greater effect and allows my masthead to stand out more. The fonts I explored was inspired from other magazines such as No Cigar, Pulp and Graphic Designs showed on the slideshow, as these were snappy and straight to the point, having connotations behind them. I really liked how they were simple but edgy. I experimented with others, as you can see. However, in my opinion, my chosen masthead works best. My house style will mainly depend on how my photography works out. If my photography is effective and professional, then it could just follow a black and white theme, as Sheffield is known as the Steel City, so this would have great connotations. I believe this works well also with magazines, although from researching other magazines such as No Cigar, a subtle hint of colour looks well. I looked at using greens as this is associated with nature and safety, which would work well as Sheffield is one of the greener cities. Green is also a unisex colour, unlike blue or pink, normally symbolising a girl or a boy. Nevertheless, colours such as orange and purple, but muted down, would work, adding a hint of colour and calmness to the magazine. Purple also connotes royalty and luxury, which would be effective in my lifestyle magazine. My flat plans I created suggest my ideal decisions on the layout of my magazine. This was inspired by my mood boards created on Pinterest, a simple magazine yet stylish. It would include specific things such as making sure my masthead stands out, as this is a common convention of regional magazines, including page numbers for my audience to be able to navigate around my magazine easily. My magazine will be about the culture in Sheffield, where to eat, travel, interviews with local bands, latest fashion and new shops. The advertisements will to encourage the readers to attend events and visit more niche businesses to gain more attention and acknowledgement. I decided to focus on the Sheffield area as I am familiar with it and I have researched a few magazines from my research earlier. My target audience is described in more detail in my audience profile. However, it is aimed at 18-year-olds, 75% female and 25% male. They will be interested in the culture and lifestyle of Sheffield. I will focus my adverts to meet the needs of my niche audience, persuading them to buy the magazine. However, my secondary audience, being an older generation, people who's at uni later in life at the age of 25. My magazine will be able to access in shops, clothing shops, vintage shops and on the counters of local bars, in the cinemas, so my audience can just take and enjoy the read. It will also be distributed monthly, as this is a common convention of regional magazine. On my cover, it will be of a young model who looks stylish and confident, where my audience can aspire to be like her, linking with Maslow's hierarchy of needs theory. My contents will include images of sites around Sheffield Centre, the shops, the water features and landscapes, displayed in a way to my flat plans. My advertisements will include a vintage clothes shop and then a site of Sheffield City, such as a water feature, and information on latest events in Sheffield, what's coming. This will be displayed on a double page spread.